Hey, how we doing? Welcome to Geeks and Gamers Play. And Chris Avellone, this man has quite the resume when it comes to working in the video game industry. In 2020, he was hit with what ended up being a bogus sexual misconduct claim. Look, 2020 was a year where there was a lot of these claims coming out in the gaming industry, and it was basically its own little Me Too movement, and a lot of it was bullshit, just like the Me Too movement. It was very hypocritical, talking about we got to make gaming more of a safe space and more inclusive, and then we saw all the things that these higher ups were doing, like Bobby Kotick, for example. That's probably one of the go-to cases. It was just filled with hypocrisy. But Chris Avellone was hit with one of these, well, I believe two actual sexual misconduct claims, and he went on to fight it, and it looks like he's come out on top, and rightfully so. This man's done incredible work. If I am not mistaken, he wrote KOTOR 2, which is incredible. That's one of the best stories in all of Star Wars, or he definitely helped writing it at least. So Chris Avellone has awarded 7-figure payment after sexual harassment claims settled. The 2020 accusations saw multiple developers cut ties with him, and he went on to write Jedi Fallen Order as well, so ironic there. Prominent video game writer Chris Avellone has settled a lawsuit against two women who had publicly accused him of sexual misconduct and claimed he's been awarded a 7-figure payment. Good! I hope they have to pay every cent of that themselves. So Avellone, who was previously worked on games such as Respawn's Jedi Fallen Order, was accused in a series of June 2020 Twitter posts by the women as being an abusive and abrasive and sexual predator. Lovely. So after the allegations arose, multiple developers cut ties with the writer, notably the Dying Light 2 studio. See, this is cancel culture, man, and I'm glad he beat these motherfuckers. So a year later, Avellone announced that he had taken legal action and accused the two women of lying. Now, nearly 2 years later on, the case has been settled. So over on Saturday, Avellone announced on his personal blog, which is over here, that the claims had been dismissed with prejudice and he was to receive a 7-figure payment, which includes his attorney fees. Awesome. Awesome. The two women behind the original allegations, Carissa Burrows and Kelly Ray Bristol, I probably pronounced them wrong, also have released a joint statement claiming that their public statements had been misinterpreted. I call bullshit on that right there. These women knew damn well what they were fucking doing. They tried to get a quick dollar out of this dude, and he decided to fight these claims, and now it's come back and bitten them on the ass. They've had 2 years to say that this whole thing was a misunderstanding and a miscommunication. But no, they went on with this fucking bullshit narrative right up until the very end, and they came out on the losing end. So fuck them. So they went on to say that Mr. Avellone never sexually abused either of us. The signed statement reads, "We have no knowledge that we ever sexually abused any women, and we have no knowledge that Mr. Avellone has ever misused corporate funds. Anything we have previously said or written about Mr. Avellone to the contrary was not our intent." Again, I call bullshit on that. It goes on to say that we want to support women in industry. I call bullshit on that too. In doing so, our words have been misinterpreted to suggest specific allegations of misconduct that were neither expressed nor intended. This whole thing's fucking bullshit. So we are passionate about the safety, security, and agency of women, minorities, LGBTQI plus persons, and every other community that we have seen persecution in the video game industry. We believe Mr. Avellone shares a desire to protect and uplift those communities. We believe that he deserves a full return to the industry and support him in those endeavors. Yeah, I call bullshit on absolutely all of this. They hate how this has turned out against them. I'm just so happy that he managed to, don't get me wrong, the money is fucking awesome, 7 figures, that's enough to make you smile. But the fact that he fought these allegations and beat them, because this whole thing was suspicious as fuck from the start. These women just wanted a quick paycheck, and it's come out and bit them on the ass. So I'm all for this. So you tell me how you feel about this in the comment section down below. Be sure to subscribe to Geeks and Gamers Play and check out geeksandgamers.com, and I'll see you all in the next video.